Over the last 7 years, I spent more than $15,000 on various courses and masterminds. Some of them were very good, others weren't. Some of them actually brought a very positive ROI, others didn't. So in this video, I just want to go through everything that I kind of bought, went through, learned, and just kind of do a little review of what was worth it and what isn't worth it. Let's start with the first section, which is SEO skills. So as you might know, I'm a freelancer and my main thing that I do is search engine optimization for clients. I've been doing that for the last 10 years. And to gain these skills, you kind of need to learn from somewhere. There isn't any kind of SEO courses, at least at the time that I was in university, there weren't any SEO courses available. It's a very kind of niche skill that you sort of need to acquire, and you usually need to go some places to find this information. Majority of the stuff that I actually learned from SEO, back then I didn't really have that much money, I actually started on for free. So for example, Backlinko blog was an amazing resource that I followed and where I learned a ton of how to do great SEO. Then when Ahrefs, the SEO software that I still use to this day, came along, they made their own blog with their own insights, so I learned a lot from them as well. So those two free resources were some of the best SEO resources that I found and learned and basically built my whole career on. So in case you're looking to learn a skill, you don't necessarily need paid courses. I mean, nowadays you have so many tutorials on YouTube to basically learn anything. So if you're just starting out, free is definitely the thing that I would go for myself. And I mean, I did back then. But along the way, I wanted to kind of learn from others or sort of improve my skills without looking for any free information online. One of the first one was SEO Blueprint by Glenn, who is one of the top SEO experts in the whole world. And he made a course that cost $600 and I kind of went through it. It had some amazing information there. I mean, I learned how to look at SEO in a very different way. So the SEO Blueprint for me opened my eyes to marketing in general, because he is not just an SEO guy. He's very much a business person and a marketing person. And he just basically showcased me that SEO composes more than just the initial search engine optimization, that it encompasses all of the design choices, all of the copywriting choices, all of the business choices. So that particular course was very, very useful for me because it literally translated to me implementing those strategies to my clients and having those results, which then I shared with other potential clients and then got them. So I don't know the exact cost ROI basically of this particular course, but I know that it brought immense value into my skills, and my skills translated into the results that I was able to achieve either from my own websites or for clients' websites. The next course that I bought was Authority Hackers course. That was a very specific affiliate marketing related course where they teach you a lot of different processes. They have a lot of different templates. It cost $750 when I bought it. Right now it's actually not available because they discontinued that, because the affiliate marketing as a business model kind of when the AI came along, it kind of just disappeared. I mean, it was really struggling even before then, because a lot of different giant corporations started to see the value on affiliate keywords and started sort of pumping content. So affiliate marketing was kind of at that specific website content model was really dying quite slow death, and then AI came in and it just basically destroyed everything. Although I bought this course quite late, I think it was like just 2 years before they shut down the whole course and everything like that, I still got a lot of templates and value for my own sort of how I need to do SEO. So although the value was way less than SEO Blueprint, for example, I still found a lot of different, even like discount codes, and I found a lot of templates and a lot of, I found a lot of different systems and how to do specific things. So I really enjoyed that course as well. I don't think I finished it all of it, but the value that I got was probably a bit lower than what I paid for, since a lot of the information there I already knew, but I knew that going in because I wanted to buy for that extra little bit of details that was in there that was very useful for me. And then in this category, I also bought a Productivity Lab, which is a course, a community/course by Ali Abdaal. I think it now is changing. I think it's called now LifeOS or something like that. But when it just launched, I think it was last year, if I remember correctly, I bought just in the beginning because I was part of another course by Ali Abdaal. I got a hefty discount and I only paid like $500 to be part of this course. However, I'm going to be upfront. I didn't buy this course for any of the course material there. I didn't basically do anything there. I was mainly buying because I wanted to be part of that Productivity Lab community. And I'll talk about the community aspect of this a bit later, and you'll see why it made sense later in this video. But I basically invested $500 to be part of that community. At the time, it was a yearly subscription. I'm not sure if it is still now a yearly subscription, but I bought it for $500 for the access for the next 12 months. And although it didn't yield any sort of benefit from my end, it was kind of a net loss because I didn't really did any courses. I didn't really participated in any events or anything like that. I found that particular course wasn't very useful for me. I didn't really get any of the benefits that I was expecting, and it was very difficult to kind of meet people or be part of that community. So again, I kind of didn't end up doing anything. But the good thing about these kind of courses is that they have a very, very flexible refund policy. And since I found that I didn't really get any kind of benefit from this course, I didn't really use it that much, I actually used their refund policy and just, emailed them saying that, hey, look, this Productivity Lab thing wasn't really for me. I tried to use it, but I didn't find any value that was sort of for me then. It was still very experimental project for them. So once they launched it, they were trying a bunch of different things, and I just didn't connect with it. And I actually got my $500 back. So in this case, I actually haven't lost anything. I kind of just participated for like 10 months or something like that, tried on and off to be in this course, but haven't received any value, and then eventually got my refund. So this refund thing is usually a very, very good thing for many of the courses that you take. That's why I'm very keen on taking some courses, because if I see that I don't get any value, it's as simple as emailing somebody and just getting your money back. So I'm not using it in any other way unless I do see that this course was not for me. Now, the next category is video skills. So I spent actually quite a bit of money on trying to improve YouTube or video or like creation course, like anything to do with video, basically, from editing to filming to being on YouTube. I view that as a skill that I want to develop. I mean, you see that I'm creating these videos, and hopefully they're a lot better than when I started. Like, one was my first video probably like 6 years ago, by the time you're watching this video. But I knew that I wanted to do something with video. I knew that it's a skill, it's a very valuable skill that I will probably be able to use somewhere. So one of the first courses that I bought was Full-Time Filmmaker for $800. So that course, that was my very first course ever that I bought, which I think it was in 2018, if I remember correctly. And back then I was very, very interested, and I wanted to become a YouTuber, and I wanted to learn everything about camera. I wanted to learn about filming, just how do you film stuff. And I was very into much cinematic editing and stuff like that. So I was following this guy. I don't remember now his name, but basically he had a Full-Time Filmmaker course. I bought that course, and this is where I learned all of the fundamentals of camera, microphone, lighting, like everything you see here. It's like 70% of my knowledge about how filming and video works comes from that particular course. That was insanely valuable for me because I went through all of it. I really actually studied, and now I know what different lenses mean, what shutter speed means, what is color correction, how to edit properly. So that course, I think, gave me the foundation of how to work with video. And I think this at that time, I I mean, till this day, I don't really know how to evaluate the ROI of this course, because the skills that I gained, I'm still using to this day, like 7 years later, I'm probably going to be using for a very, very long time. So that foundational course for me was just everything. The next course that I bought was from Ali Abdaal, which was PTYA, Part-Time YouTubers Academy. I think this course still exists today. However, back then that was a live course, meaning a live cohort, meaning we had like 6 weeks, we had sessions every week, live sessions with Ali Abdaal and then some of these team members. It was very much more involved. I think today it's a pre-recorded course. So I don't have anything against for pre-recorded courses. For example, the Full-Time Filmmaker was a pre-recorded course and I really enjoyed it and I learned a lot from it. However, I actually joined PTYA because of that live experience. I wanted to be part of the community, part of the people that are actually learning in real time. And to be honest, for me, I think this course not only gave me insane behind the scenes knowledge of because Full-Time Filmmaker was a very technical course. That's a very technical, how lighting works, how microphones work, how camera works, how editing works. PTYA was more of how to be a YouTuber, how YouTube works, how to edit for YouTube, how to speak or film for YouTube. So it was very much directed into YouTube, which I found, again, a lot of value. Like everything that I know about making videos for YouTube specifically come from that course. So if like 70% came from Full-Time Filmmaker, then the next 30% comes from this course. And this course cost, at the time, it was priced at $1,500 for the whole course. For me, that was expensive. I was really considering if I should buy it or not. That seems like expensive. And at that time, I think that was only the second that was probably like third or fourth course that I was buying. And that was by far the most expensive thing that I ever spent money on. So I didn't really know what to do. However, again, the refund policy was very generous. So I knew if that would have been a complete disaster or nothing, I wouldn't have learned anything, I knew I could get my money back. So that was a very, very nice thing that he offered in this course. But I actually got insane amount of value. I actually understood how Ali's brain works, how he views YouTube. I learned a lot of systems and methods and what is important, if you want to do YouTube, I think even the pre-recorded course, I think it's going to be it's going to have an insane value to you if you want to learn how to do YouTube. I think the fundamentals there are just really, really great. But this course, not only did I get a lot of value from it, I actually got a lot of monetary value from it. You see, from this course community, I was interacting with a lot of people. I actually made some friends. I used to talk to people like long after the course is finished. We used to like chat and talk to people. And one of those people was actually a person that turned into a client, which I still work to until this day. So like I took PTYA maybe like 3-4 years ago. I still work with the same person for his website and his stuff. And not only that person has actually referred me to at this point maybe like 5 or 6 different other people in his same niche. And now to this day, I've made over $88,000 just from this particular course, which is actually insane to think about. So I spent $1,500 and now until this day, I made $88,000 from meeting somebody and becoming sort of a partner, or not a partner, but he became a client of mine. And that just is insane. That is why when I said actually about the productivity lab that I spent $500, that was kind of my thinking that, hey, it seems this networking and community thing is very powerful. Although I'm not here to look for clients, just by talking and meeting people and just introducing yourself, you never know when somebody is gonna look at you and say, hey, I kind of need the SEO. I need the help with my website. And that can turn into a multi-year relationship. So spending $500 for Productivity Lab was no brainer for me at all, especially given like I had like 50% discount at that time. So for PTYA, that course alone and that client alone basically paid for all of the courses that I either bought previously or even after PTYA. And because I've had this positive experience of community and getting clients from very unexpected places, I actually started to view courses, especially that have a community aspect, a lot more positively. So after PTY, I was very keen on spending more on courses. So that's what I started doing. So for example, I bought video creator course by Olia, one of the also YouTubers here. That course only was like $299, so it wasn't that expensive, and it was a pre-recorded course. But that specifically, I actually just, because I really enjoyed his content and the way he films, I just wanted to get it behind the scenes to know what he's doing specifically, what type of gear he's using, just to get a better sense of how he does things. You see, I'm a person who really learns from examples. I need to see an exact example of how somebody is doing something, and then this is the best way I can sort of understand how that thing works. So for me, I just spent $300 on Olia's course just to see how he creates videos. The value wasn't really there. It was more of my curiosity and just wanted to understand and just gain a bit of experience. So probably it's a net loss overall because I don't really need that course. But then I also bought Slow Growth. That's a course by Matt D'Avella, another YouTuber at that time. His course, that's a YouTuber's course about how to make YouTube videos, cost like $500. And I enjoyed this one because Matt D'Avella he's a filmmaker by trade. So the way he makes his YouTube videos and the way his course is presented is way more from this cinematic and more of a filmmaking type YouTube videos, which again, at the time when I was buying, I didn't really know sort of which direction I want to go, because Ali Abdaal is very technical, very educational type of YouTuber. Matt D'Avella, he is more of a storyteller, which I bought that course to basically learn how to tell stories in his particular way. Again, more of a curiosity thing, more of a behind the scenes thing, just to see how things work. That's basically it. And then just recently this year, I actually found a YouTube consultant, and I actually spent $3,000 with him to be part of his like consultation package, to have direct access to him and have calls with him for like half a year to basically help me get better at YouTube. So this was, again, one of the most expensive things that I actually bought to that day. But it was very worth it because that guy, he taught me so much about how to view scripts, how to view thumbnails, how to view title. He has a very good analytical mind, and I just by being on a call with him and seeing him giving me feedback and evaluating my specific things, I understood a lot better how he thinks. Although that was a very expensive thing for me to spend, and I don't yet have any ROI on this, I still believe this was very valuable because I understood how to think more analytically about the decisions that you make, how to evaluate your YouTube Studio analytics, how to view thumbnails, how to think about titles, how to sort of shift your perspective the way you do things. So, and again, me and Daniel now kind of know each other on a first name basis. So even if nothing else happens, there is just this connection and a person that I know that we can kind of chat. I have his WhatsApp number and stuff like that. So in some sense, I also paid like access to him, and through like conversations, we kind of got to know each other very, very well. So in the future, who knows how our paths might cross and might differ. But I suppose you never know where life takes you. And at this point, I'm very open to meeting new people, networking, and just, being myself. I'm not looking for anything out of anyone, but I'm just very open to just communicating with people. Then this year, I also spent $3,000 on a personal branding course called Time to Build. So again, one of the most expensive things that I ever bought. But as I said, after getting so much value out of courses and meeting people and communities and stuff like that, I'm very open to this kind of stuff. And now, I do have the finances because I kind of earn a lot from my freelancing thing. I have some money that I can set aside to actually buy courses like that. I bought this course because I wanted to get an insight how to build a personal brand. This is kind of just another layer. Now I know how to make technical YouTube videos. Now I know how YouTube works, but personal branding, that's a whole other thing. Plus that guy is very, very active on Instagram. I wanted to sort of get into more of his mindset of how he does Instagram, how he views YouTube, how he views personal branding as a whole. So I bought this course for the knowledge, which was insanely valuable because now I have a way deeper understanding how to view myself in this online space. Previously, I wanted to be a YouTuber. Now that's not the case. I actually see the value of building my own personal brand and then letting the opportunities come, so to say. Again, this is not the only reason I bought this course. I knew that the community aspect is going to be very, very strong in this one because the community is hosted on Circle. I knew that the people spending this amount of money and being in this type of community are going to be very selective people. And right now, I don't have any ROI per se. It's not like I gained any client, but I've gained so many friends. I actually met some people in real life in London when I came here, and we just kind of chatted with them and met face to face. We have a WhatsApp group of some of the people that we actually now chat every other month to just, discuss what is happening. I actually met people that are freelancers that are like me, that are doing some crazy numbers and are crazy things. So $3,000 is more like accessing the knowledge, and then another half is accessing the people that bought the course, because if you really interact with people, there is so much potential to network. And networking, you never know where it takes you. But I'm very open to networking because right now I see so many opportunities to just interview people either for this channel or for something else, is just to talk to people, to discuss ideas. Networking is something that I view positively the more the time goes on, and I see this as one of the main kind of key benefits in this whole YouTube personal branding or freelancing space. Also, now that the course is finished, they also offer like $100 per month subscription to still get access to the next courses and to still get access to the community aspect of it. And then there's some other benefits. So I've actually been paying now for like 5 months, $100 extra for time to build, like this Builders Club it's called. So it's actually now I've spent more than $3,000 on this course, but I'll see if that sort of makes sense to do further. But for now, it does make sense for me to get access to the course, to the new community, to the new people that are joining. And then I have this category of other. I have these two other things that I've bought. So one is Code Fast and Ship Fast course. It's a $300 course. I bought these two courses because I wanted to understand how developing works, how coding works, just to understand code and gain some other skills that might be useful in anything that I do. I mean, I work with websites, I work with a lot of that stuff. So just understanding how coding works on top, it just kind of expands my overall skills. Plus, with the whole AI vibing coding thing going on, and coding even becoming easier with AI, which might transform the whole industry in the next couple of years, I thought it's actually going to be very useful to understand how underlying code works, because that might be useful for me in the future. I never know where this is going to turn. I'm not planning to become a developer, but it's just another skill that I wanted to learn. So spent a few $100s and actually took the course to understand what I need to. And then one of the most interesting things that I spent money on was a mastermind with Ali Abdaal. So he organized a mastermind, which is basically just us gathering in real life and doing whatever, usually learning about something, for entrepreneurs and creators that are earning over $100,000 per year. That was hosted just a few months ago in London, and the whole mastermind cost like $3,000. Plus, I think I spent about like $500 on like flights and hotel and stuff like that. I was only there for like 1 day. I actually made a whole video about if it's worth it, about all of the details. So I'm going to link it down in the description. Check that out if you want to understand more if these masterminds are worth it, what do we do actually, and what is the things that I personally learned from it. But for now, that's it from me. Check out my newsletter link down below, where I talk about everything related to freelancing, what my strategies, how I network, how I use things. It's all in there. But for now, check out the mastermind video, because you'll see if that sort of thing is worth it.